up, everyone? It's your girl Domonique Utley, and I'm here for another week of Talk About It Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about parenting. So the question that we got was how parents in this generation need to stop being their child's friend and actually start being a parent to them, because these young kids are getting out of hand simply because they're not getting the proper upbringing, since everyone wants to be their kid's friend. And this question was brought to us, so we are here to answer it for you guys. So before we get into answering it, I just want everyone to introduce themselves.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Shannon.
I'm Tremaine.
And of course, it's your girl Domonique. So anyone wants to start out?
Well, I think it's very important to parent the first, I say, 20 years or whatever. So and then you can become friends. But I think nowadays, a lot of the parents are trying to maybe kind of correct some of the things that were going on when they grew up. It may have been where they couldn't talk to their parents. So now they're trying to be their child's friend, but they're kind of getting lost. And the child is losing respect, which is a problem. So I really think it's a way to do it, but you have to parent. You cannot be your child's friend. I mean, you're here to teach them and to guide them in the direction they should go. And you only have a few years to do that. And then they have the rest of their life. So you only have a few years to really make a strong impression on your child's life. So you really need to parent. But I understand where you want to be able to be, you want your child to be able to come to you and talk to you and have that open dialogue where they can communicate. Because a lot of times in the past, it was like, what I say go, I don't want to hear nothing else. That's the end of it. Child can't say nothing else. And I think that's where a lot of people are like trying to like not do that, but they're taking it to the extreme. Yeah. But as far as like partying, that's absolutely out of the question. No.
Like partying with your kids?
No.
Yeah. No.
I would not want to party with my mom.
No. But I mean, I have friends. I know I have friends that do it. Like, you can come to the house and their parents get alcohol and stuff, and it just don't even look right. It don't. I don't know. You should be setting an example, because I feel like they're still looking at you, even though they may get mad when you correct them. They'll get over it. They get over it. I'm fine. I love my parents. I mean, how many times they correct me? I'm over it now. I don't even remember what it was about. They're not going to remember it. They will get over it. They're not going to stay mad at you forever. Matter of fact, if you do it correctly, you raise your children correctly and correct them when they're wrong, they will thank you. They, at a certain age, when you get older, you look back and you're like, wow, mom was right. Dad was right. I'm so glad, I was raised like I was raised, because you look at other people, the friends that you had and how they were raised, you see where they are now, and you're like, wow. I'm glad my parents were kind of, because, I grew up, my parents were kind of, they made sure that we did what we had to do. We stayed in our child's place. I wouldn't say raised in a, Christian background home. So, they had examples, certain things we could not do. It was just off limits. You're just not doing that. And I'm grateful for that now. So
I think parents are caring too much about their kids' feelings, hurting their feelings. You got to parent. There's no way around it. You have to parent.
You ain't got no feelings. As a kid, you don't have any feelings.
You don't got no feelings.
Now, I just believe that kids haven't been through enough. So for them to even question when you get on them, that's a problem. That's a problem. Where have you been to start feeling yourself that much? I do think that parents forget that. Like, you've been through it. Why in the world are you giving them the option to not listen to you? And like you said, parents used to say the my way or the highway type thing. I still think that's how it should be, but yet you got to teach them why you're doing this. And then be reasonable. If they're doing what they're supposed to be, yes, you can kind of be a little bit nice, the friend almost. But then once they mess up, take the phone, take whatever they have, because for one, you paid for it, and if that's one of the things that's getting them in trouble, take it away. I feel like they shouldn't have it. food, water, and clothes. That's it, and a place to live. That's all they need. And I think a lot of parents are forgetting like they need them. That's it. They haven't worked enough they haven't lived enough for the luxuries that you're trying to give them. Let them get that later.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what he was saying about the cell phones is on point. Cell phones is taking over the kids.
Exactly.
You can't even call their name. It's like they got the headphones on. Cell phones drive me crazy. With my son, the cell phone absolutely drives me nuts, insane, bananas,
Everything.
Yeah. So I'm just.
And then a lot of people feel like you need them, like the kids need.
That's right. Oops.
Hi, Mom.
Take it, y'all. Take the cell phones, y'all. Check the cell phones. Y'all need to check the kids'
Put your
cell
fingerprint
phone.
in there.
Look,
Yeah.
every time you turn around, you see the kids doing this right. Parents are paying the bills. Kids are sending inappropriate pictures. I bet parents don't even know that. Y'all need to really get into what your kids are doing. I was into what my kids was doing when they were growing up. When they look around, I was at the school. Sure was. I was at the schoolhouses. I checked cell phones.
I think the spirit of God was leaving under this.
God will lead you, honey. He sure will. Yeah, but for real though, you really can't be friends with your kids. Now, when your kids get older, like these beautiful ladies are now, you can be best of friends. But when you're growing up, when they're growing up, you have to parent. You cannot just let them do what they want to do and just talk to you any kind of way. They have to have respect. Kids are not showing respect like they should nowadays. So if they don't respect you, they're not going to respect the teachers. They're not going to respect any other grown adults. So, I mean, that's my point on that.
And I think respect is a big thing. That's why we've seen a lot of, I feel, and I know people are not going to agree, but I do feel parents, you're not making your kids respect you. So if they don't respect you at home, they're not going to respect the teachers. They're not going to respect the principals. They're not going to respect the police. And that's when you have a lot of kids getting killed and gunned down because you didn't respect authority. And you simply didn't yield to that directions. So, we have to teach our kids to respect everyone in authority, whether they're right or wrong. We can discuss it later. But as far as people are dying, because you didn't get respect. Come on now. We got to really buckle down and teach our kids, and as the black community, we're already targeted. So we have to teach them to respect us and respect others.
I know one thing my mom told me was you respect anything an adult says, you listen, unless it's something you obviously know is not good for you. Because she at least taught you what was wrong. So then if adult says, here, take this drug or, go this place or whatever, you knew it was wrong, that's when you don't listen. But she said, no matter what, the adults are right. And that was one thing that I knew. So like, kids go tell the teachers, don't call my mom. My mom will come flush you out. Because that shows that the parents or whatever don't respect the teacher. They're going to believe whatever the kid says no matter what. To me, that's where it gets into, you're not their friend. They're wrong. They don't have their place yet in this world. They're still trying to find their place.
That's right.
And so they need to stay in their role.
That's right. I agree.
Really agree. So do anyone else want to add anything else in on this topic? Or have everything been said? I feel like everything's been said. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming up here and stating your opinion on this topic. I'm like, what is she doing? Check the phone.
Put your fingerprint in.
She like get you another account.
Get that code. See how many inappropriate pictures and stuff is in there. Y'all better check that. Because this stuff is against the law now. Check them phones, parents. You paying for them bills, check the phones. Check them bedrooms out.
They gonna break my phone.
Mhm.
Once they send it, it's in there. It's in there.
That's
in there.
right.
You
It's
can't
in
take
there.
it back, so
That's right.
And like she said, with sending pictures now, you're breaking a law.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're sending a girl that's 14 or 13 sending pictures, and y'all, that becomes child pornography. So you really need, your child can really be messed up behind something like this. It's important to check the phone.
It really is. I had to check phones. I saw some stuff.
But not our phones, because we ain't have them. I had a pager. A people.
I didn't have pictures. So.
I check all the kids that come here. I check them phones. That's
So
right.
is that it? Have everyone said anything? I want to thank you guys once again for coming on here. And if you have any topics, anything you want us to answer for you guys, definitely just leave it down below or send me an email at my email address right here. If you want it to be personal, definitely send me an email and give me a lot of details, honey, so we can answer it for you. But we will see you guys next week in another Talk About It Tuesday.